Hello guys, welcome back. Been a while. Got something very special here to show you. It's a new stove by a English maker, and well, let's get right into it. So here's a product I've been watching on Instagram. Johnny, who's making them, been developing them. Let me just get it out. It's a stove. So if I get it out of the box here, you can see we've got this netted bag. And if I pull that back, you can see the stove. Now this stove is titanium. It's 150 grams, which is 5 ounces, so it's nothing really. You can see the logo on the side here, LoFi. If I take off this and get this out, which I put in, that's the stove. And you've got a USB-C port on the bottom there. Now you've got like a spark arrestor here. This here is the USB cable that comes with it, which has this for controlling a fan. Yes, this tiny 150 gram stove has a fan built into the base and these kind of air vents and this USB port. When I first saw it, I was like, that can't be right. How can you do that? That can't work, surely. But he's been developing it, he's been doing the machining and all of this, and I love showing makers of stuff on this channel because people interested in this field, in this category, always seem to have the most innovative solutions to problems. So yeah, tiny backpacking stove. You will have a power bank on you these days when you are hiking and stuff. You want to charge your phone for safety, etc. So yeah, that just plugs into your power bank and gets going a bit like a rocket stove. So it's just 90 millimeters across and 106 millimeters high, and the power consumption is really low. You control your fan speed with the USB cable that's included. Runs off twigs, biofuels, all sorts. And I'd like to apologise both to Johnny and to you guys because I missed the launch of this. It went to a Kickstarter launch. That is for manufacturing. All the tooling and everything, all the development is already done, as you can see. I believe this to be a production ready version. So the Kickstarter is still up and running for the next week or so. I believe there is still some deals to be had, as well as just pre-ordering if they run out as well. And this thing will retail for £140, so obviously that's British. So rather than just talk about this thing, I'd rather just try it out and put it through its paces and show you if it's worth it or not and if it works. Now I've had a little test burn in this, but let's try it. I'm going to do a cup of tea using twigs, and then I'm going to cook on it using the wood pellets. Okay, so here she is. First, I'm going to plug in the USB. Then, I'm just going to plug that into a little power bank, like so. Get that in shot. You can hear that already firing up. I'm a little bit unstable here. And I'm going to start off putting in some twigs. I'm going to light a fire lighter. Make sure that's going, shove that in, put in some smaller twigs. Now I don't need the spark arrestor on really, but let's go for it. It comes with it. You can see that already like a jet engine. So I must say that the fan is pretty quiet. Now I'm going to use the 750ml cup here, one that I use quite commonly, and as you could probably tell, this thing will fit inside. So we've got quite a good flame on there already, but I'm going to wait a second. Okay, that's almost at a boil already. All I've done is readjust the camera to get a shot of the flames coming out. I put in 2 extra twigs and we're pretty much there. I just realised during that boil I didn't even adjust this. Yeah, I was on about half power. So I just let this burn out, have a cup of tea and get on with it. Okay, so that's a helicopter gone over. So yeah, as a Twig stove, worked well, very efficient, very good. You saw how many twigs I put in there. I put 2 more little ones in and I got a boil on. It was only about half full, but it's only for a cuppa. Obviously what you'd be using this for is doing that and boiling water for kind of your dehydrated meals when hiking, hence it being ultra light. So for that I can't fault it really. Right, let's test it fitting in here and do something a bit more strenuous to it. Let's cook some bacon. Right, so being titanium, it's cooled down pretty quick. So all you need to do is put your USB in there. If you've got a slightly smaller power bank, you might fit that in as well. This one won't. Put your lid on, put it in your 750ml mug. And there you go. If you've got your net bag on, it's not going to rattle either. So I'm sure that was a consideration when making it. Right, let's put it to the test. Okay, I've got some wood pellets here. Now I have found wood pellets to be quite hard to use in the past because of airflow between them. So we'll see how this goes. I suppose I should plug it in. And what I'll do is I'm going to use some, what's it called, Fire Dragon gel to get it going. So I'll just put some of that in there. Get that lit and get that plugged in. So where are we? I have that about medium. Put this on. And I'll wait a minute to make sure the actual pellets themselves have cooled before I start cooking. Okay, I think that's the pellets themselves cooled now. Like I said before, the problem I've always had with wood pellets is airflow, but because of the fan underneath just blowing that air through, it seems to be doing well so far. So I've got here a pan with a tiny bit of oil and some bacon in, and we'll see how that goes. Well, let's see how we're doing. Well, I'd say that's cooking. Any small stove's going to have a little bit of a hot spot, but you can just move stuff around, like move the stuff in the middle to the edge, or you can just move your pan around. Look at that going now. Rocket fuel. Okay, that cooked really quickly once it was going. That's a bacon sandwich. And no ketchup. Gonna use the Steak Detective Liberation sauce. Another maker. This stuff, it's like a brown sauce, but I don't usually eat brown sauce. I love this. So let's get a bit of this on here. Well, there you have it, the little LoFi stove. It's absolutely brilliant. Still got a tiny twig in there. Yeah, really impressed. It's just so light. Obviously it just powers off your little USB bank that you're going to have with you anyway. Maybe a solar panel as well you could use, and it's going to allow you to have a little fire where you're not normally supposed to have one. It's going to allow you to get a quick boil on without lugging around any meths or gas or anything. Pretty safe. Apparently the electronics are waterproof as well, so that's pretty impressive. Yeah, and fits inside your cup, and then you can fit pellets or your power bank or whatever inside of that. So yeah, pretty impressive. I always find that people who are a part of the community come up with the best solutions for things, and I see myself using this a lot. I suppose the most similar thing is like the bio stove, BioLite, that I've reviewed in the past, which is only suitable for things like canoe trips, kind of car camping and stuff because of the weight. This costs no more, is titanium, and is far more practical in my opinion. I see a lot of people getting these. So yeah, I'll put the links below. There's a Kickstarter right now. Hopefully by the time I put this video up there's a few early bird perks left. If not, you'll be able to buy it before it goes on proper sale at the normal price. But yeah, pretty impressive. Not a lot else to say. I have some extra literature, so if you have a question, put it below and I'll try and get back to you. But yeah, I'll also link his Instagram as well, and you kind of see the journey that I've been watching as this kind of comes to fruition. Right guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.